Ladies and gentlemen, Comedy Patch Productions proudly presents, recovering from his emergency medical exam, please welcome back Mongolian Man, the colonoscopy Christmas special. Merry fucking Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. I have just returned from my emergency colonoscopy medical exam. I don't really like to tell people my problems because half of them don't care and the other half are glad I have the problem. I'm still feeling a little sore. My physician was Dr. McCoy, and he has just gone where no man has gone before in the name of preventative health care. Hey, maybe I should try that one on the ladies next time I'm in the bar. Preventative health care. Maybe after a few drinks, they might go for it. Maybe I'll try it at the bar in Thailand called TGIF. Thank God it's female. Hey, it's probably better than holding up a sign in the bar. We'll buy drinks for sex. Please help. God bless. My doc said everything checked out good. No diseases. And outside my colon, my spleen looks clean. But inside my colon, it's too dark to read. During the procedure, when I was under the anesthesia, I had a crazy dream that turkeys ruled the world. And one day a year, they all ate humans. But Mongolian Man, really glad I don't need surgery or have any diseases. Imagine you find out you have some kind of a rare disease that's so bad that they name it after you, like Lou Gehrig's or Parkinson's disease. Okay, now Bubba, you don't mind if we call you Bubba, do you, Bubba? Please come in and have a seat. We have just gotten back your test results, and it appears that you have a very rare disease. And from here on out, will be known as Bubba's disease. You don't mind, do you, Bubba? There was one slight mishap during the examination test procedure. The insertion probe accidentally came out through the end of my penis. I hate when that happens. But later I was told that it would have technically been considered a prostate exam and that I would not be billed for it. And it seems unfair that men should suffer from enlarged and swollen prostates. Why don't men ever suffer from enlarged and swollen penises? You know, Bubba's disease. But Mongolian man was lucky to get a nice wheelchair. I found it on sale at Homeless Depot. Mongolian man does not have any medical insurance, so I have to sell 10 pints of my own blood. This is pint number 3, and I'm starting to feel a little woozy. I only have 7 pints to go. And my fingers not really looking too good. I don't think Bag Bomb is going to help this time. And I am going to hang on to both my kidneys unless I have to auction one of them off later to pay the medical bill. While I was in the hospital, I bumped into my neighbor, Mrs. Diaz. She was talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, her OBGYN. She had just given birth to 2 beautiful twin baby boys, Jose and Jose B. Mongolian man actually found out when I was a baby I was lactose intolerant. I could not breastfeed. I kept crying and spitting out the nipple. I was just born and I could not speak. Finally, I just started biting on the nipple to make it stop. But that was then, and this is now, and I can't get enough nibbles in my mouth. What the hell? Man, have damn pigeons flying around here. Little bastards. That reminds me. Does anybody else besides me wish that little Geico lizard on TV would get run over? Anyway, the Christmas holidays are Mongolian man's favorite time of year. When I was younger and poor, I worked part-time as a Santa during Christmas. There's only one thing worse than being employed, and that's unemployed. But during the holidays, some people get depressed. If you are one of them, here's something that might help. Just call the Happy Ending Suicide Hotline. It might help to talk to someone. Give them a call. That number, 1-800-366-5968. Again, 1-800-366-5968. Or 1-800-FOOK-YOU. So before you shoot yourself, give them a shot. Mongolian man always looked forward to Christmas as a small boy living in Mongolia. Always liked Santa and his sled. But in Mongolia, cannot have flying reindeer over Mongolian airspace. Besides, it's so hot that flying reindeer die of thirst. Can only use flying camels, but they are very expensive and hard to find. And always my favorite song during the Christmas season was Ahmed, the red-humped camel, had a very shiny nose. Oh yes, those were good times. Many people notice that I have an uncanny resemblance to Santa Claus and say I look a lot like him. I was actually born 9 months after Christmas Eve. People from my small village in Mongolia still tell the story and say Santa Claus actually came twice that night. But my mother will not comment on this. The only thing she says is Merry Flocking Christmas. And I think that the only reason Santa only works one day a year is because he has a clause in his contract. But for a lot of people, Christmas is the only time of year they get together with all the people they hate. Mongolian man only have one friend. He's Japanese, and I hate him. In Japan, they eat a rare poisonous fish. Have to be cooked just right. One day, he really pissed off his wife before dinner. He ended up in hospital 3 days and almost died. Now he's very nice to his wife, especially during dinner. Mongolian man would like to get high-tech smart devices for Christmas, but they are all flat broke. If all these new high-tech devices are so smart, why don't any of them have jobs and earn money? In a few more years, you're probably just going to see a bunch of high-tech smart robots out of work. Great. Now, when you go to the unemployment office, they're all going to be in line with you. And you know they all have computer skills. Smartasses. Mongolian man always liked music, especially during the holiday season. I did get a set of CDs with some of my favorite songs for Christmas, with some of my favorite artists, like Destitute's Child, and one of my favorite rap artists, Ice Tray, and Ice Pick. And I did get some oldies but goodies. Here's one. Bruce Springsteen, Baby We Were Born to Rent. Sonny and Cher, I Got Herpes Babe. Diana Ross, Don't Stop, In the Name of Love. And Billy Joel, She's Always a Douchebag to Me. And I did get some other nice tunes. What Can Make Me Feel This Way? Your Girl. If You Feel Like Rubbing Me, I've Got the Lotion. Here's one. You Can Take My House Away. And if I can't have you, I'll just take your money, baby. Love the music. Anyway, a few days before I got my colonoscopy exam, I was in the casino, and the woman next to me hit a raw flush on a poker machine. Then asked me, did I hit anything? I told her yes. I hit a Chevy in the parking lot. And when I got the repair estimate back on my car, they said they were going to fax over a copy of it to my doctor. And I asked why. And they said, when you see how much it's going to cost to repair it, you're probably going to have a heart attack. And why is it in Las Vegas it's the only city where drunk drivers have the right of way? What a bunch of weenie heads. So much stress. I went to see my shrink, and he advised me that if I wanted to start feeling better and live longer, that I should start living my life bullshit free. I don't want to end up in the bodies exposition on the Strip. So Mongolian man decided to take his advice. So I went to work, went to lunch, and never went back. I divorced my wife, got rid of the dog, and dumped my worthless Thai girlfriend in Hong Kong. I kicked out my worthless kids, told my doctor to go circumcise himself, told my priest to go exorcism himself, and now I'm feeling much better. My mind is at peace. My blood pressure is down, and my bank account is up. Life is good. It's all what you make it. But Mongolian man does not want to give up sex. After all these years, it's hard to think outside the box. And Mongolian man hope they never release a clinical study finding that eating pussy causes diabetes. Excuse me? What? I'm not sure it could lead to having that, but it could lead to having diapers. I did get my girlfriend a box of chocolate condoms for her Christmas stocking. She said they melt in her mouth, not in her hand. Oh, just kidding. But I did get her a nice ring. Every kiss begins with cash. She wanted a new handbag that cost $100. I would not pay that much for a hand job. But Mongolian man still looking for a no strings attached relationship, whips and chains okay. And what I always look for in a woman, low miles, smooth ride, low maintenance, and comfortable to be in. It was hard for me to try to relax before my medical exam. So I went to see a few shows. Eye Candy Burlesque, Carrot Cake, and when I went to see Meatloaf, after the show was over, I was hungry for meatloaf. No wonder they have so many buffets in this town. You see a show, and you get hungry. But I did like swimming with the dolphins at the aquarium on the Strip. But I did not like swimming with the sharks. After Mongolian man is done giving blood in a few weeks, I might go back to my old house here in Las Vegas that I bought a few years ago. But like many other homeowners, my property ended up underwater. It wasn't because of the mortgage market decline. I just flooded the place so I could collect the insurance money. Well, sounds like it's time to put the top on the Christmas tree. Mongolian man wants to thank all of you for watching.
Bye.